Grace, Annabelle. We're here on a swelteringly hot summer's day. Whoever thought we'd say that about British summer? Armed with our large iced drinks, because we thought we'd have a chat about saving.
Oh, gosh, not my favourite topic. But I was asked by Leeds Building Society to tell their readers, followers, whatever, customers, if I saved when I was a young thing.
Yes, which of course we didn't.
No.
I mean, even though we had more chance of saving up for a deposit for a house, I think generally we were just as spendthrift as our kids are now.
I just don't think we worried about things like getting a new job
I remember that you'd stay in a job for 4 years and then you'd think about moving on. Now, kids after a year, they want to move on. That's how they progress up the ladder, isn't it? They move up to a better job in a new company.
That's right. But I don't think I even thought about saving, and yet here I am, 4 children, and I bang on to them about saving. If they get a bonus, I say, put it away, put it away. You never know when you might need it.
Yes.
You know.
And even though the chances of owning a flat are minimal, I'm still banging on to my son, please, every bit of spare money you get, can you save it? You know, you will need it.
But they want to have fun, they want to, you know.
And you know, when I was 25 and you were 25...
Yeah, I don't think we dare say what we spent our money on, but, you know, it was a different time. However,
things change
Yes.
as you get older.
And I think when I got married and had children, I worried about, you know, sudden unexpected needs for a lump sum of money that, you know, that I had to find because it was for the children. I started to be much more sensible and saved. And when we came together, we've always been friends, but when we came together to start Country Wives some 8-9 years ago, we needed a bit of capital, and we did. And weren't we happy that all of us had a little bit?
Yeah, not much, but we did have enough.
And so it gave us that ability to try something new.
Yes, and what you can't see is that we're looking at Annabelle's floor, which is completely taken up because she's had this terrible leak. And, you know, it'll cost quite a lot to repair. I'm also having alterations done to our house, which we've been in now for 6 months. And
so
of
we
course
are
I'm madly saving and budgeting.
Of course, and when this happened and I was told how much it was going to cost, thank goodness.
You had that in reserve.
I had that, and you know, my husband gets me to pay off my credit card. I only have one credit card actually, and pay it off immediately at the end of the month. Whereas when I was young, we all had loads of credit cards. Terrible, wasn't
I have to tell you, I don't even have a credit card.
I have it just for emergency, you know, like if you're abroad and something happens.
But I've got a debit card, but if you're hiring a car abroad, that can be quite tricky.
You have
because you need a credit card.
Yeah, exactly. I think though, the other thing is, I mean, why do we save now? I mean, how can we save now? And I think that's because we suddenly don't see the need to buy that status symbol, that designer.
That's a big
item.
thing that's changed for me. When I was younger, I really, really loved designer handbags, and I've got a nice watch, which to be fair has lasted me a long, long time.
But we didn't have ASOS or anything like that then, did we?
No, we didn't. And then recently we've just found some fabulous watches.
It's a Danish company. I love everything Danish.
Yes. Don't you think that's lovely, white and summery?
Nordgreen. And you see, now that looks like one of those really expensive design watches.
10th or 20th of the price of.
And really fabulous mechanism.
Yes.
That's
really
what they're
beautifully
renowned
engineered.
for. So you see,
design, simple, gorgeous.
So I'd rather, if I needed a watch, I'd rather pay a small amount, have that watch. That's fine. You know, nobody's going to say, "Oh, you're wearing a cheap watch." Of course, it looks like it's expensive anyway. And then put the rest into saving, because so many times in my life have I suddenly, something's happened, like, you know, a tooth has fallen out. That's a terrible thing, dentistry, isn't it? Oh my God, that's expensive. And you suddenly need a lump sum.
My husband's having some treatment at the moment, and every time he comes home he goes, just sign, you know, paid another X for having his teeth deeply.
So
everything is expensive. You've got to be prepared for unexpected eventualities.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
So,
I think maybe as we get past 40, 50, whatever, you suddenly start being a lot more sensible.
But isn't it lovely to be able to have that bit of money set aside and to be able to just suddenly, spontaneously do something?
Yes, whether it's going away
You
for
just-
a night or
Yeah.
going on a little holiday.
Exactly. So it
Or
is.
ha-
It's clearly a very sensible thing to do, but I
Yes.
wasn't good at it when I was young. And I've admitted that to Leeds Building Society. I wasn't a good saver. But I think now there are so many wonderful plans and ways that you can save. I mean, I was reading their website, and they've got lots of different plans that you put money into, and it earns you this. And so I put my kids onto it because I've said you really should be doing this, thinking about your future.
They do need to think about it, so it's our responsibility not only to save for our own security, but also to encourage our
Encourage.
kids.
Yeah. Okay, so there you are. So that was us being a bit worthy.
Quite serious.
It's quite serious. Isn't it? We'll talk about sex next week.
Bye.
Bye.